Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you an updated Q&A video. I did a Q&A video, oh goodness, I want to say a year ago. If you want to go see that, I will link to it down below. But I figured it was time to do an updated video just because life has changed a little bit since I last did that video. So I asked on Instagram and Twitter for you guys to ask me questions. So I got a few questions from Twitter, so I figured I would start with those. So the first question is from Stacy. Stacy's been a long time subscriber of mine, and she says, where would you like to see yourself in the next year or in 5 years? Honestly, in the next year, so I will be graduating college in December of this year. So in the next year, I would love to be working more than I am right now. I work nights on Saturdays, but I would love to be working more than I am right now. My degree will be in music, so my career path is part-time ministry as a worship leader. So ideally, once I graduate college, I will be candidating for churches that are looking for a worship leader. So in the next year, I would love to be able to find a job and probably move out. I would love to get a little studio apartment close to my parents and just be able to be on my own. I will be 24 this year, so it's time. So yeah, in the next year I would love to be at least holding down a job and hopefully moved out. So and as far as in 5 years, oh goodness, well, I hope I will be moved out by then. But you know, obviously moved out, working. I would love to be married, honestly, in the next 5 years. I don't know if that will happen, Lord willing, but we'll see. Just so you guys know, I'm with a pretty wonderful guy right now. So more on that later if you'd like to know more. But yeah, so yeah, in the next 5 years, I watched any new TV shows or movies. Honestly, not really. I don't go to the movies very much. The one new movie I did see was The Greatest Showman. If you have not seen it, you guys, you've got to go see it. It's fantastic. The music in it's wonderful. Acting is wonderful. It's such a great movie. So that's, I guess, a new movie that I've seen. As far as TV shows, gosh, not really. I mean, I don't really watch much TV in the day anymore because I'm either working or going to school, so I don't have that much time during the day to watch anything. But yeah, so okay, and then she asks, if you could start your own makeup line, what would be the name and what would be your first products? That's a really good question. Goodness, let's see. What would be the name? That's a hard one. Honestly, I probably would use my middle name, which is Sierra. So I would probably name it Sierra Cosmetics. I don't know. That's the first thing that came to my brain. Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously kicking names around, but the first thing that came to my mind was Sierra Cosmetics. And what would be your first products? Well, probably the basics, so like foundation, powder, blush, and probably eyeshadow, and you know, all the other elements kind of, you know, come in there with time. But those would probably be my top choices. So Those were good questions. One of my
goodness.
subscribers, so her name is Anya, and she's been a long time subscriber. And so I had, when I put my Q&A video questions out there, I had just said, you know, ask me anything random. They could be random, they could be beauty related, personal. So it was along those lines. So Anya asks, what was the tubing you wore during the race? You looked like you were about to go scuba diving. Okay, so let me preface this. So I did my second half marathon on March 11th. And let me, just so you know what she's talking about, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I posted pictures from the race. So I guess this is probably the best shot. So hopefully the camera's going to pick that up. But the tubing she's talking about is, hopefully you'll see this, is this right here, this tubing. That is for my water. I had a water pack on. And so, yeah, that's what the tubing was. It's just, it's a hydration pack is what it is. So, yeah, I know it did look like I was about to go scuba diving. The last one was from, I believe it was from YouTube. So Jen, there we go. So, Jen has been a subscriber of mine for a really long time. So I was curious about your new face products and how they were working out for you. So I have been trying out a new line from Rodan & Fields. It's the Unblemished acne treatment line. If you watched my empties video, you saw 3 different products that I've been using. Honestly, so you guys know that I used Proactive for about 4 years, and then it just stopped working. I don't know why, but it just stopped working. So I switched to Rodan & Fields probably, has it already been a year? If it has, that's amazing. But those products changed my skin to the point that, first of all, my acne has cleared up immensely. I now can go through days where if I don't want to wear makeup, I don't have to, because my skin actually is so clear that I don't have to wear makeup, which honestly, that's the best feeling for me personally. Just because my life is so busy that a lot of times I don't have time to put makeup on. And if my skin looks like crap, then I obviously want to, you know, be able to, feel good about myself. So that's why I usually wear makeup. But I mean, even now my skin feels so good. It looks great. I can wear makeup or not, and it doesn't change it. My skin actually, I feel like, has changed from being really oily to a little bit combo. So my T-zone is still very much oily. That's where I get the most oil, especially when the weather heats up. But my cheeks and like the sides of my forehead are dry, which I've never experienced before. So, but I love the products. They are fantastic. Yeah, they have changed my skin. So I think those were all the questions. So yeah, I think those were all the questions that I was given from you guys. Thank you so much for your questions. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.